Failure. Excited about this slide too. The key to success is massive failure. Thomas Watson, he was the founder of IBM, or pretty much, I don't know if he founded it, but he was the president of IBM from like 1914 to 1957. This is before computers. However, he did take that company, made them very successful. He was considered one of the best salesmen of certainly the 20th century, and a very successful guy. And he said the key to success is massive failure. So what could he have possibly meant by that? Well, what I've got up there on this particular slide are some people that I think we can all agree are successful. They were successful. Thomas Edison, one of the foremost inventors our country's seen. He has, I think, the second most patents in the U.S. He's got patents in Britain and Germany. So a very successful individual. Henry Ford, obviously, Ford still exists today. That's a pretty good business plan. Bill Gates, really don't need to say anything there. Continues to be one of the world's wealthiest men. He was from like 1995 to 2009, world's wealthiest man. He's still in the top 3. Disney, certainly successful, visionary, successful business though as well. Winston Churchill, again, he's a political figure, not an entrepreneur necessarily, but he's someone that applied these principles to his life. Oprah, Steven Spielberg. Here's the point. They're all successful, right? Well, here's what was said about Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I found 10,000 ways that do not work," as he was finding that filament for the light bulb. So we understood the key to success. It was a numbers game. It was also said of him when he was in elementary school that he was too stupid to learn by one of his teachers. Henry Ford. Again, Ford is around today, but understand his first 5 businesses went bankrupt. They didn't work for him. Bill Gates. Has anyone ever heard of Trafo Data? Hey, I hadn't either, because it's not around. It's his first business that failed. Walt Disney. He was fired from his first job, and he said, "Walt, you're a great guy, but you have a lack of imagination and a lack of good ideas. Are you kidding me?" The guy that has Disney World in Disneyland now. Can you imagine if he had given up at that particular time? Winston Churchill, again, a political figure, but he failed 6th grade. He never won a single election before he won Prime Minister's seat in 1940 time frame at the age of 62. Nothing. He didn't win anything. Local treasury, he couldn't win that office. Okay, but he never gave up. He never failed, and obviously was elected at an absolutely critical time in our world's history. Oprah, ultra successful person, and I think in terms of women entertainers, tops most list. Here's what they said about her from her first job. "Oprah, you're unfit for TV. You're never going to make it." Yeah, she could have given up that. Steven Spielberg, we know he's successful. Understand that he was not accepted to his first school. Didn't give up. He had to apply again. R.H. Macy, maybe not so much anymore, but certainly in the 20th century, a retail powerhouse. His first 7 businesses failed as well. And then Colonel Sanders. We all know Colonel Sanders. We love it. His secret recipe was turned down over 1,000 times. No quit. So, Jim Rohn said, "Success is not to be pursued." That can be confusing to some people. Here's what he said. You cannot pursue success. It will elude you like a butterfly. You can, however, pursue failure. And here's how he described it. He described it as a pendulum. I can't pursue success, but I can pursue failure. And I know if I do that, it'll swing back to success. Here's what I know is most people won't do that. It hurts. It's not fun failing, being rejected, being defeated. Just like any other muscle that you try to work out, it's going to hurt after. However, you are stronger once you come back. But most people, they won't ever pursue failure because they do know it hurts. A sales job, if you guys go into sales, absolutely. We know that that's a numbers game. It takes 99 no's to get a yes. How fast can you get to your 99 no's? Okay, so understand that you cannot pursue success, but you can pursue failure. And if you do that, you start to swing that pendulum. You start to swing it towards failure, it's going to swing back towards success. You're going to experience some joy and some victory and some happiness. And that's where most people stop, guys. They experience a little bit of pain, they say, "No more. Can't do anymore. I've experienced some success, that's great, but I'm not willing to experience any more pain or rejection, even though at this point I do know it'll bring me success. I just can't do it anymore." And then there's some people, guys, that are ultra successful, and they continue to push through the pain, continue to understand that it's a numbers game, and they have to learn to like that defeat, they have to learn to like that pain and sadness, because they know that that pendulum's swinging back. And when it swings back, they're going to be ultra successful.